What's up, guys? I got a realistic STA 2100D FM stereo receiver hooked up here. Got it all hooked up and working. Basically, I did that video and somebody inquired about did I ever get it hooked up, what's going on, and yeah, it's hooked up. The components I decided to use out of it was the receiver, the EQ, and two Mach 1 15-inch speakers setups. There's two smaller speakers in here as well, but two of these Mach 1s, which is really nice. Very nice sound coming out of it. Basically, I wanted it for the purpose of the auxiliary port, which I'll show you it works fine. That's auxiliary on now, and I'm running an iPod through the auxiliary channel. And see the gauges are working fine. Everything works good on this unit really well. It sounds awesome. And I'm running, as I said, through an iPod, through the auxiliary. Just to show you that the FM works. Everything lights up. It'll go through channels.
Tonight, word by the Seattle
Oceana Air Show.
So all that works fine. Then you got your AM. Bad thing about the AM being that the AM antenna that I showed you, that I showed in the last video, is pulled out. The searching mode will not light up because of the fact that the antenna is not hooked in there. Can get that fixed and then that'll work, but I don't even listen to AM, so I don't. Kind of on the fence whether I should have it fixed so the unit can be at 100% or not. Kind of on the fence about that. I'll have to make a decision whether I'm going to invest the money into it. I would like the unit to be at 100%, but then again I don't listen to AM, so does it benefit me? Not really. But I love the unit. It's got a lot of options. As I said, I only have two of the Mach 1s. This unit is set up for four Mach 1s. You have the A side, which the two are hooked to the A side, and there's a B side for the other two. So you could actually have four of these Mach 1s, and that would be really extremely loud system. Another thing that I got into was started going through some of the paperwork that I received with it, and it turns out I have all the owner's manuals for the speakers. I got two speakers. Here's the owner manual for the receiver. I have that. Here's the owner's manual for the EQ equalizer. Here's the owner's manuals for the record player that I do not have hooked into it. Megatech. This company, as far as I can find out, I did some research on it, and I can't hardly find anything about it. From what I gather and what I've heard, and that's only by other people, nothing serious sources, just other people talking about it on the internet, that this company came out in the late 70s or early 70s, or sometimes in the 70s, and only went through maybe 84 and went out of business. They went under. They were a high-end, from what everybody's saying, they were a high-end turntable company, and they just didn't make it. I think they wanted too much for their products, and it just wasn't popular, but my grandfather bought one. And I have two of these cassette decks, two of these CT 2100s, two of them, which I'm not hooking up because I don't have a tape deck. I mean, I don't have any tapes anymore, so I really don't have a use to use these. The purpose of these were that my grandfather used to record a lot of music. He actually used to write music, and this was his tool to show his music to other artists so he could sell his music. He used to sell music. He used to write it and sell it back in the 70s. He actually sold a lot of his music to different country music. He used to write country music, and this was actually a tool for him to make money, so that's why I guess he had all these high-end. I mean, just alone, this, if you do the research back in 79 or 78, this one piece was $500. These speakers were ridiculously priced, and that EQ was expensive. All this stuff was high-end stuff back in the 70s, and he invested a lot of money into it because that's how he made his money. But happy that he left it to me. I guess he just knew I had the same passion for music as he did. I just remember going over his house and always listening to this unit, so he gave it to me for that. But yeah, I've got it hooked up. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't hook it up sooner. I just kind of put it in storage because I really didn't felt that I had the room for it, but I'm glad I pulled it out, hooked it up, and I'm using it now. It brings back a lot of good memories. But there you go. That's the realistic STA 2100D. Nice AM/FM stereo receiver, and you guys take it easy.